So see how they have to implement the transaction based verification means, if this is your DUT, okay, so DUT is always having some physical pins, right, ports, okay. So your BFM, which is your transaction based BFM, what that will sit here, okay, BFM.
Means test bench.
So that you whatever that act as a input to the DUT, that will come as a output from the BFM. Okay. So you have to implement
input to DUT out of BFM.
Actually this is an independent module, okay, DUT. You need to verify this. So did your DUT need input, right?
Okay.
Who will give that thing? Your bus function model will give that thing. Okay. So whatever ports that will come in DUT, same ports will come in BFM also. Okay. But if DUT is having input port, same will act as output for port for the BFM, because BFM to force the input there, right? So this is what the physical interface is, okay, physical interface. But at this side, we should talk in terms of procedural interface. You can say that this is procedural interface. Okay, so here only tasks are there. Whether you want to write inside this or whether you want to read the, okay, only tasks. So what you have to do, you have to pass the input arguments to these tasks. Okay, somebody has implemented these tasks here. Okay, 2 tasks, one is write, one is read. So just you have to call these tasks here from your test case, and you pass the value whatever you want to pass. So it will pass this value through these things. So now where you are working at top level, okay, you are working at test case level, okay. So means you are not seeing this complexity, right? You are hiding the complexity. Instead of that, you are seeing these only. This is procedural interface. You are talking in terms of task. So what you are doing in transaction based verification means you are abstracting the complexity, like you are abstracting the design verification, so that complexity is getting reduced. So even if somebody will give me test case, I can just change the value and I can run that thing, right? So only the thing is left, you have to pass the arguments. You should know what is the objective of this task and what is the objective of this task. Just call those things and pass the value through the test case. So here it is, complexity is very less. So what you are reducing the complexity by abstracting that thing with the help of task and functions. So that is what transaction based verification is there. Okay, so after that you will implement for your convenience monitors also, checkers, everything you can implement. Okay, so transaction you got, you have to implement a physical interface one side, and other side you have to implement the transaction procedure interface. So this is the procedure interface. So here if you want to communicate, there is no physical port here, okay. You can't don't make any physical port here, okay, not a single physical port. Your test case will access these tasks with the help of hierarchical operators, dot operators. Okay, any task inside your BFM, if you want to call that task, you use dot operator and call that task. Okay, so in
can you explain, elaborate more, like
no,
how
so
that
how
the top module will call the task inside the BFM?
So for that, what you have to do, this is your top test bench top, okay. So this is your BFM,
Okay.
this is your RTL, okay.
Okay.
So RTL you can't access with the dot operator, okay. This is top.
Okay.
So your test case is here, okay. So if you need to access some task here, you say write. So how to access? Top dot, what is the name of this BFM? So you say BFM dot name of the task, write, and just pass the arguments.
Okay.
So in this way you will call the task and you will pass the arguments to that task and it will work.
So for that you have to need to know the objective of the design.
Yeah, you should know those things. Without that it's not possible.
So means you have to know the complete functionality of the design, then only you can test it.
Oh, okay, that is okay. That who should know that thing? Who is implementing the bus function model? Okay, not who is writing the test case. Every module is independent. Okay, they will just tell what is the objective of write and what is the objective of read. Okay. So test writer will call those tasks only. They will give you a prototype test case. Okay, you have to go and you have to change the values. Okay, and you have to run the simulation.
Who will change the values?
Test case writer will change the values. Okay, one prototype test case they will write and give it to you. Okay, they will ask you to pass different values and verify your design. Okay, so any fresher can work at this level.
Like see, they have given a prototype for me.
Okay,
I don't know the functionality of the design.
right.
So how will I change the value? What will I expect? See, if I have expecting some result,
Okay.
so should I expect some result at all? First of all,
No, you can force any value. Okay, that is okay. If you are forcing wrong values, okay, so your test bench here you will get an error message. So that is not a problem. You can't propagate the wrong values. Okay.
okay,
Even you can force some error cases. You can propagate error cases also.
okay,
So test case means this is independent. You change. If you want to write inside a register, what is the need to know the functionality? Suppose you take example. In my DUT, in my IRTL, some register is there. Okay. This register is a control register.
okay,
I want to know whether this is working or not. I will write inside this register, and next time I will read from this register, right? Only thing I want to know whether this is read only or read write permissions.
okay.
So I should not know whether what bit is what. Just write and read. So this is the objective. It's not me. You are hiding the complexity. That is what you are doing here. Knowing the specification is okay from both the end. You can more easily verify. But reading a specification will take itself more time, right? So they will just ask you to change the values, and even you will not. You should not going to open the test case. Okay, they will give you a GUI interface. You have to enter the values, and it will automatically run. Okay, no need to open a file and write a test case. They will give you GUI interface.
Who will read the test case?
No, you only will write, but they will hide this complexity. They will not allow you to see your core itself, their core. Okay, they will give you a GUI interface, and they will write 5 for width. You change 256, 3, 5, tell. That is configurable. Just
So I will just tell that I have used 5 for it this much. I have got this much.
right. So it will automatically go and change there in parameter file, and it will run the test case. Just see the log.
Okay, then who will write the test bench then?
Test bench is written by some company people only, internal, who is working on that project. But if you are hiring some resources from external companies, during that time they will not allow to see the core. Okay.
You mean to say that verification is done in a separate company also sometimes?
Yeah. It's not. I want to verify my design, I don't have verification environment, I will give it to you. You verify and give it back to me.
Okay, so that time I will mask all the things. Just I will give. Then how will that person verify if you are not?
They know
giving
the
it?
functionality. First they know the functionality. Okay. But if you don't have enough resources, means not one person can write, right? This task is done by any engineers.
Okay.
So that's why first they will ask you to write the test case only. Okay.
I will write the test case.
Okay.
But if the company, if you are handing over the design to another company,
Okay.
just you verify my design and give it back.
Okay.
So for that purpose, they have to run a test case, na?
Okay.
So they have to design a test case, or they have to design a test bench, or that verification
If you are-
department will write the test bench.
If you are only having, you are giving only DUT, then to other company, then they have to implement the bus function models. Okay.
Okay.
But you can encrypt this core. You will not allow this core to see, means you can't give allow anybody to see this core. So you give a bit file. Okay.
Okay.
So they will convert and give the bit file. If you are hiding the things,
Okay.
if everything they are having, they are having their test bench ready, then they are calling third person to write the test case. During that time, he will come and just change the values.
Okay.
That is what the companies are doing.
So you mean to say for RTL you are giving DUT, you are giving some bit file,